Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel and welcome to the first video here in 2022. I'm so excited to be sitting down with you guys today and just having a nice little conversational chit chat all about the year to come and our goals and all that good stuff. Happy New Year to you all. I hope everything has been going well in the new year for you so far. Here today it is gross outside. It's about 40 degrees and it's like freezing rain. Yeah, it's really not a good day to be outside today, so I'm very glad that I'm cozy and warm in my house and chatting with you all. It's a good day for it for sure. So in this video, I'm obviously going to be talking about the year ahead, and I also am going to start by reflecting on 2021 and just all of the big things that happened because it was a huge year and I feel weird not acknowledging it. So we'll start with that, and then I'm going to go into 2022, and hopefully you guys are interested in all of the things that are upcoming in this year, both with the channel. I'm going to talk about my personal life, like all kinds of stuff. So if you're interested, definitely keep on watching. And if you're new here, my name is Kaylee. I live in Maine with my husband, our dog, and 2 cats in a farmhouse that was built in 1850. And my channel is primarily all about lifestyle and cleaning and cooking and just our life here together. And I love it very much. So I first want to thank all of you that are watching that have been here from the beginning, because my channel went through a rebrand back in August when we moved, as you guys know if you've been watching me. And I made that decision to change it because I was no longer motivated to make videos. I never knew what to make. I didn't feel like my channel had an identity. And I was really starting to get into the lifestyle videos on YouTube. I was watching them all the time. I was getting really inspired by them, and I just thought I should change my channel over to that because that's what I'm passionate about, and it just felt right. So I made that decision, and I have to admit that I did lose quite a few subscribers after we transitioned over to lifestyle, which I was expecting to happen because I know that there were people here that just wanted storytime videos, wanted wedding drama, wanted that type of thing. That is just not the type of content that I want to make all the time. While I will be making occasional story times and stuff like that on this channel, I just wasn't super passionate about it, and nothing about it felt authentic anymore. So for those of you that have stuck around for the lifestyle content, you're here, you're supporting me, and you're commenting and sending me nice messages, thank you all so much. It made me feel so much better because this was such a huge risk, and it was just good to know that I made the right choice. I'm way happier making videos now. I'm way more motivated to make them, and I just want to thank you all for standing behind me when I did that. I know it sounds like super dramatic, and it's like, oh, you rebranded your channel on YouTube, but like, this is a channel I've had since 2013, and so this was a really big risk for me. So I love it. I'm so happy for all of you being here, and yeah, I'm excited for the new year. Like, let's go. This is the first like full year that we're gonna be a lifestyle channel, so that's great. So let's get into reflecting a little bit more on 2021. We went on 2 vacations, which was crazy. We went to Disney twice. We went for my birthday, and then we also went in the fall. We did a road trip with Brandon's cousin because his aunt actually moved to the Orlando area and needed her car and her cat and dog transported down to Florida. So we did like a road trip, and then we did 2 days at Disney. We went to Magic Kingdom and Epcot and just like planned it in like 3 weeks. It was insane. There's a whole vlog of that on my Millennial Cruiser channel if you guys are interested. That's where all of our vacation content lives. We just had such a blast. It was so fun. It was stressful, but it was fun. I had never driven down the Eastern Seaboard, so that was a really cool experience. So if you're interested, go check that out. We also obviously bought a house. That was the big one. That was our biggest goal for the year, was to buy a house. And honestly, with the housing market, I did not think we were going to do it. I had so many moments of just feeling so down and sad and just being like, it's not gonna happen. It's not gonna happen. And it did. It happened. Yay! And honestly, we actually only searched for a house for about a month, which I realized this morning, and I was like, why did that feel like it was like half my life we were looking for a house? We put in 8 offers in the course of a month and a half. Yeah, we got house number 8. So it was exhausting. I can tell you that. It took a lot out of us, and it honestly felt like way longer than a month. We honestly were very lucky. I know people that have been searching for 6 months or a year for a house. So we definitely got lucky with everything. If you're interested in hearing more about our house buying process, there is a video on my channel that I can link on the screen here, or you can go check it out after. I think it's just called We Bought a House, and I'm rebranding my channel. That's when I announced that. So that was huge. Huge for us. That was the biggest accomplishment I think of my life so far. After we bought our house, I obviously rebranded the channel. I talk about that. And then I also left my bridal shop job. November 2020, I made a video saying how I had gotten this job and how I just felt like I was in the really like perfect place in life, and I was just thrilled with how things were going. And I honestly went into 2021 not anticipating leaving the job at all. But what ended up happening was I was juggling like 3 different roles within my job at once at one point, and we were understaffed, as most places are right now with the pandemic. We were pretty understaffed, and I just had so much on my plate, both at work and my personal life. It was way too much. I was not coming home happy. I was coming home stressed. I wasn't sleeping well, and I ultimately just decided, you know what, I love the people that I work with, but the job itself is just too much stress for me. And I made the decision to leave, and it was very hard to walk away from people that I had worked with for a year that I now considered friends and had a lot of great memories with. It was really hard, and I miss them a lot. Like, I think about them all the time, and I miss them, and hope they're doing well. I love you guys if you're watching. But ultimately for me, it was what I needed to do. I needed to go back to designing and focusing on things that I really truly love, which is this and design. And so I now work for my friend who owns his own design company. He needed a second person to help him with bigger projects and just side work and stuff like that. And so I picked that up. I work from home, and then I also make videos for you guys, and then I keep my house up throughout the week, and I love it. It is the perfect work-life balance for me. I'm routine as all heck, and this is very routine, and I love it. And so it's just been so much fun so far. This year we're actually going to be doing some video work for the design company, which I'm super pumped for because that's my area of expertise. Well, expertise, but that's my skill set between the two of us. So my friend is extremely excited to get video incorporated into his company. So yeah, it's a good ride so far. It's been super fun. So that was kind of it for 2021 and like Brandon and I and personal life and everything. So let's move into 2022. I'm first gonna tell you guys what I am excited for. Hang on, I have a list. So things I'm excited for in 2022. First thing that I'm really excited for is coming up in March. And if you guys watched my Christmas Eve video, I mentioned that we had booked a cruise for March of 2022. Shortly after we booked that, crazy outbreak on cruise ships with the new COVID variant. Because of that, Brandon and I actually ended up calling the cruise line, and they gave us our money back. And we had been sitting on a cruise credit for 2-ish years now. Ever since we booked in 2019, we had taken a cruise credit from the honeymoon cruise that we had canceled because we just assumed like, oh, we'll cruise again shortly. Like this isn't gonna last that long. And of course, nobody knew at that point how long this was gonna go on. And so we've been sitting on that credit and have not been able to get our money back. Once you take the credit, you're not supposed to be able to get like a refund. And so every time we've tried to book, they're either not back. The first time they weren't back cruising. They said they were going back in like March 2021, and then we booked for June and they hadn't gone back in June. They waited till the last second to cancel, so we had to cancel first because we had to like book flights and stuff if we were going. So it really put us in a crappy position then. So then we continued to have a credit, and then we had just booked this one for 2022 when the outbreak occurred. So we just were like, you know what, never mind. We're not doing a cruise. They gave us our money back, so we were thrilled about that. And we are going to be instead going on another Disney trip. You guys are probably like, Kaylee, what is it with Disney? Why are you so obsessed with Disney? Let me tell you, Disney is one of the most special places for Brandon and I. He grew up going there as a kid. He's been many, many times. He loves it. It's one of his favorite places. And so when I was 22, after I graduated college, that was the first trip that I took with my family ever, was to Disney. And it was so special. Brandon showed me all around and really could share his love for Disney World and the parks and everything with me, and I don't know, I got bit by the Disney bug. I absolutely love it there. It just, the second you step into that bubble, you just feel all of your stress melt away, and it's incredible. We have just the best time. We're so in love with it there, and we got engaged there in 2019. Brandon proposed to me in front of the castle, and it was a dream proposal that I like blacked out because I was so excited and in shock. And then ever since then, you know, it's like, wow, it's like a really special place for us. Like we had that milestone of getting engaged there. There's just a lot of reasons. And we went twice last year, and this year, you know, they have the 50th anniversary going on. The last time we went, it was right before the 50th. So we missed out on the new shows and stuff. So this time we're gonna go during the 50th, and this is gonna be one of our last vacations for a while, if not the last vacation for a while, which I'm gonna get into why in just a second, but we're planning on making it like a trip to remember for sure. So that's gonna be in March. Very, very excited. There'll probably be some kind of highlight video on our Millennial Cruiser page. So if you're interested, go on over there and subscribe to that one, and you'll get to see all the highlights from our trip. So that's the first thing I'm very excited for. More home renovations definitely to come this year. We have a lot of great plans for just spiffing up the house, not necessarily like demo-worthy stuff, but home improvement type of projects. Very small, manageable projects. And I'm going to be showing you our master bedroom. I promise. It is coming, hopefully this month, if not early February. I'm going to be filming it finally. I decided that I'm not going to wait to have us finish the last dresser. I'm just going to talk through that in the video. I'll show you guys what the furniture looked like unfinished, because that's what it is right now, and what it will be. And I'm finally going to show you the bedroom that we've had done for like 3 months. I promise. So that will be coming up very, very soon in the new year. Be on the lookout. But I'm excited to do more renovation to this house. I love it the way it is, but I also can't wait to spiff it up. So lots of good stuff to come. I'm also just going to be continuing to make videos for you guys. I currently have a pretty good list of ideas, and I have some cooking series ideas I've talked about before with my great-grandmother's recipes and her journal, and I have a cookbook from my mom, so I have a few different ideas for that. So stay tuned to see all of that unfold. Hopefully, I think that's gonna go okay. In my brain, it sounds great. So yeah, we will see. So now I'm gonna talk more about my goals for the new year. I'm not really one to set like a resolution necessarily, but this year I would say I have a pretty solid goal for myself, and that is to be on my phone less. I am way too obsessed with my phone. It's glued to my hand, and I noticed it really being a problem recently at night. Our routine is that Brandon comes home and we eat dinner and we watch a couple episodes of whatever show we're fixated on at the time, which right now it's Survivor, and we spend time together that way right when he gets home. So that's like very typical, like that's what we always do. But what I'm finding that I'm doing is once I'm finished eating, I'm sitting on my phone and like scrolling through social media or playing games on my phone while we're watching our show together, and I'm just like not present. And I think that that is a problem. It's a big problem. I'm then taking my phone to bed with me and I'm on it just scrolling social media until midnight, wide awake. I think it's contributing to me not being able to fall asleep. And so my solution for this is to keep myself busy while watching our show in a different way that keeps me like present and like able to like talk to Brandon and like paying attention, but also like is something that I can do with my hands. So I am taking up crocheting. I actually just started a blanket last night. I looked up some like easy tutorials and I've started to learn how to crochet. I'm also working on embroidery projects. So I just found this love for embroidery. I have 2 embroidery hoops that were on my Christmas tree that I just made, and I loved how like calm and serene I was while I was working on those. It's just easy to just watch a TV show or even just like sit in a quiet room and do it. And so embroidery is the other thing. And then also I want to make a quilt. I want to learn some quilting. I love to hand sew. I have always loved hand sewing since I was a kid. So I want to hand sew a quilt this year, hopefully. That's a lot of things, Kaylee. Like, I just listed off so many things that I want to do, but hopefully throughout the year I can do all of them and just like really get into like handmade crafting. And I just love handmade crafts. And yeah, I don't know. If I make enough pretty things that I don't need in my house, I will definitely post them to my Etsy and I'll let you guys know when they're up on my Etsy if you guys are interested in purchasing anything. But right now I'm just like learning and figuring things out, and hopefully that will keep me off of my cell phone more. Okay, so the next thing is I want to have my garden this year. So I'm planning on having a really big garden. Space was an issue at our apartment and I love having a garden, so I'm really excited to have a big area this year. So I'm gonna be starting that in probably May. I'll probably start prepping in early May and I'll plant in late May. With Maine, it's a little tricky because sometimes we get frost really late in the spring, and so like that happened a couple years ago and some of my plants died because of it. So you have to be like really careful with frost here. So I'll probably plant in late May and prep in early May. So there'll be some videos all about that. And then we're also getting our chickens. So the chickens are coming in April. We are ordering them at the end of this month. I'm currently, this could change, currently planning on getting 2 buff Orpingtons and then 2 Rhode Island Reds. Now that's permitting that the Agway that we're ordering from has those breeds, but I've done some research on some nice hardy chickens and they are both like recommended breeds, so I'm feeling okay with that. I don't know, do you guys have chickens? Let me know down below. We live in Maine, it's pretty cold, and let me know if that sounds okay to you. I mean, I don't think that the Agway would sell us chickens that wouldn't survive in the cold considering we're in Maine, but those are the 2 breeds that I'm probably most interested in. I think if anything, if they did not have Rhode Island Reds, I would just want 4 Orpingtons. I don't know. But anyway, we are going to be building a coop as well. So the coop is going to be in probably like early to mid-April. We're going to start that, and then we'll get the chickens at the end of April, but they're going to be little baby chicks. So they'll be chilling in the attached garage with like a heat lamp and stuff for a little bit. Our friends have all the stuff from when they raised their chicks and they've been super helpful and said we can borrow anything that we need. So I'm very excited to have this new endeavor, and we're not necessarily expecting eggs this year. My friend said that hers did not lay until November and they got theirs around the same time as us, as we are, and so I think it's just going to be a fun thing for the summer. I'm not expecting eggs yet. Maybe, who knows, but yeah, we're going to document that whole process for you guys, and that'll be, I think, a really fun experience. I'm excited. I'm gonna really feel like we have a little farm after that. So the last big thing that is on the list for our goals for the year is kind of a personal subject. It's not really something that I've talked in like extensively about on this channel, and like you can tell I'm like sitting differently right now because I'm like kind of uncomfortable, but we are hopefully going to try and have our first baby this year, or get pregnant with our first baby, I should say, because I don't know, I would probably not end up having said baby until 2023. But yeah, so now that that's out there, Brandon and I have been talking about kids for a long time. Ever since we were first together, we've always known we both wanted kids. Right now, I don't know how many kids we really want. My whole philosophy is let's have one and see how our lives change and how everything works, because it's a huge life change that I think we're definitely going to need a huge adjustment period for, especially with our first baby. And so I'm not really like set on having 1, 2, 3 kids or whatever. I just want to see how the first one goes. We have been talking through our house plans and renovations that we need to do in order to prepare for a baby. And obviously that explains why we won't be going on probably more than the one vacation this year, just because this is now going to take priority, and like preparing for all of that stage of life is going to be the main priority. So as of right now, it is just on the list of potential goals for the year. I think we are both kind of ready. We had said that we wanted to get a house and then we would kind of talk through kids, and we've done some renovations and we're decently happy with how the house is. But I've kind of realized like there's always going to be something that I want to get done before having a baby. It feels like we're never going to be like 100% like, oh, we have nothing else to do. No, there's always going to be like renovations for this house. There's always going to be things that we want to do. And we're just going to have to kind of like configure things around having a baby, I think. So yeah, I will definitely update you guys. Of course, that's going to be part of my life, and this is a lifestyle channel and things. And so once that has happened, I will let you guys know, and we will kind of talk through what I see for content and stuff related to that, because I have some decently strong opinions about it. So that's kind of it for this year that we have planned right now. Obviously, we're going to take things as they come. I hope that this is another year of highs and another year of milestones like 2021 was, because it was honestly a really great year last year for us, and I just hope that that continues. So yeah, thank you guys all so much for sticking around, for subscribing to me, for supporting me, for just being my best cheerleaders and helping me to pursue this channel. I'm really excited for all the content I have planned in the new year, and yeah, I'm just very happy. So thank you all so much for watching. If you've been watching this whole time and you're not subscribed, make sure you do subscribe to my channel. Click that little button down below, subscribe to my channel, click the bell so you know when I upload here to YouTube. I try to upload a couple times a month now. I feel like I've been a little more consistent, but I don't have a set schedule. It's just kind of like surprise. But if you do want to know if a video is coming, follow me on Instagram, because I do post to my story. There's usually a countdown for my new video there. So if you want to stay informed, that's the best place to do that. Leave a comment down below. What is your New Year's resolution this year, if you had one, or what are your goals? What are your dreams, your hopes, your aspirations, anything? And I will see you all in the next one.